Hello everyone, welcome. This is going to be a really good video, so like and subscribe. Today I'm going to touch on a continuation of what I was talking about in my last video. I was getting really into what my path is and how I'm going to continue on my path. I kind of was like going off on a path, but the whole point of that, because I never did get into this part of it, the whole point is that my path is the same as your path, which is the same as all of our paths, which is the path that leads us back to ourself. And that's why I talk so much about wholeness and being complete and self-love and worthiness, is because we all go out and do different things and find different distractions. And even, I could even say that some of my careers have been something that have led me off my path of finding myself and coming into myself, because I think there was a part of it that I just felt a need to get all these accolades and build a resume and do all this stuff, because that was also a distraction to not look at the parts of myself that I didn't want to look at, which is that I didn't feel worthy unless I had this degree, unless I had a career. Like, I couldn't just be happy without having that. Like, I didn't feel like I was worth it as a person, as a woman, as a human being. And that's the truth. And I'm a little wound up because I had a terrible night last night, because first of all, I think my bed just felt like I was sleeping on a board, but I also did a pretty intense workout, so that might be part of it. And I had nightmares, and I had the point in the night where you just start to feel like you're missing something and you're not whole. And so I'm reaching for things. I'm like eating this, eating that snack, and you're getting full, but it's like, no, what else? I need one more thing. Like, I'm still, I had got this candy bar that, there are those big, oh, and by the way, I thought this was kind of crazy. Dr. Bronner's soap now makes candy bars. Anyway, I got a candy bar. And those big candy bars, normally that'll last me at least 3 or 4 days, because I'll just have like a couple chunks off of it. Well, I ate the whole thing last night, and I kind of woke up with a little bit of a stomach ache, and I was just like, oh, I bet it's probably from that candy bar. So then I Googled it, and it said that a candy bar digests in like 2 hours. So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that, but yeah, so the first thing I did when I woke up, I'm not gonna lie, is I ordered another bed. The beds that are in here are like paper thin anyways, and I've had this place for 6 years now. I originally got it when I got my internship at a law firm, and there were so many things that went wrong with it. One day I'll maybe do a video of just all the things that have gone wrong in this trailer. And maybe that was my clue that I was doing the wrong thing when I started working at that law firm. And let me tell you, every day I went to lunch at my aunt and my grandma's house. And that was the blessing of the whole thing, is they lived literally a block from there. And I would go there for lunch every day. And of course, the loving people that they are would ask me how I'm doing and how my day is. And I want to be a positive person. You guys know that about me by now, I would say. But I didn't want to lie, and it was horrible. I felt bad every day. Every day was worse to go into that place. And so after a while, I just said, every day that you guys see me, just know that I'm doing horrible. And so you don't need to ask. Just, I feel bad saying that. So just know that it's horrible every day. And you know what? I wasn't going to quit because I wanted to build my resume. There was one point my stomach hurt so bad, and I just figured, oh, that's just because I don't like being here and it's just stress. And I was in my office and I threw up in there, and I still was telling myself, oh, this is just stress from working here. And after work, I went to the gym because I was like, that was my only saving grace. And finally, when I got home that night, I had the flu. Okay, inhale. I'm so sore, guys. And it is like my glutes. I've been doing a lot of glute work. So exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. I want to do, like, see if you can. There's this position called the frog. So it's basically like this. See if you can see it from the front. This feels really good. I don't know what this feels like to a guy, but oh, the hip openers for a girl. We used to do this in basketball all the time. It was one of my favorite things. Between that and then doing this. It's a little disappointing when you feel like I feel like I'm doing all the right things. You guys know, you've seen me. Not drinking, I'm not using drugs, I'm not using nicotine. And then still I get stuck in these ruts of like feeling like there's something, I don't know, there's something that I don't have like within me to be just complete. Like I have to have some sort of validation from, and the ego gets involved in all of this too, because there's maybe even a certain specific person that you want to talk to and you know that you're not supposed to. You guys know what I'm talking about. And you know you're better off not. And then your ego will get involved and be like, well, maybe if you just say this or do this one thing, or it's always trying to change, like have control over it. And like, maybe if you just do this one thing, everything will be changed. Everything will be different. Oh, I have held pretty strong though. Like the only bad decision I've made so far is eating like a whole chocolate bar and then, I mean, quite a bit of other snacks and stuff that I had planned on having for multiple days. I can live with that. The one really awesome thing about being here is that, like, I had a rough night, and the fact that, so, yeah, I'm getting some pretty good glutes. It's this one glute right there was bugging me all night, and so I never did get into that deep sleep because you feel that ache, and I can't do any cold plunges because it's so cold outside. I think in like 2 days it's supposed to warm up, so I'm gonna do one then, because that really helps the muscle soreness. I didn't even think about maybe taking like a Tylenol or ibuprofen. I don't even think I have any of those. And so I couldn't sleep because there was always that like achiness. Well, when I got up, I thought I would go down into the town and maybe get like a tea or a decaf or something. And when you drive, so I'm up kind of on a ridge, and when you drive to go into the town, there's this lake that's really long. It's pretty shallow too, but I think that's where I'll do my cold plunge. And I've kayaked on it. It's really long and it's just so beautiful. And then there's a mountain behind it. And it's like, just the beauty in that moment. And the interesting part is if you talk to people that live here, a lot of people don't acknowledge that beauty, or when you try to bring it up to them, they're like, what are you talking about? What beauty? Where? So I mean, part of it is just being able to see the beauty that's around you. With all of my different things that are going on. I think I want to keep my mantra just really simple today, and I just want it to be, I am love. I am love. Let's do like a little bit of Kundalini. Lam, vam, ram, yam, hum, sham, om. My breath is a little bit jagged. I need to just smooth it out a little bit. Lam, vam, ram, yam, hum, sham, om. Much better. So, that was all a little serious. Oh, hold on, guys. It's my lower back. Oh, yeah. Oh. See, I can't tell if it's my back or my glute now, because that really felt like a back thing. So I have kind of a funny thing I was thinking about. So yesterday when I went to the gym, there was this guy that was right next to me on his weight bench, and I was on my weight bench, and his earbud popped out of his ear and like popped out and kind of flew right in front of me, like right at my feet. And so I just picked it up and handed it to him. I was kind of laughing, and then he like took it and went and washed it off. And I was thinking, am I gross? Because first of all, whenever my earbuds pop out of my ear, I just pick them up and put them right back in. And second of all, like, I just picked his earbud up and handed it to him. I don't know. I didn't think anything of it. Maybe because I worked in medical and dealt with so many worse things. Didn't even bother me. I think he was really embarrassed though, because he pretty much left right after that. I mean, maybe he was done with his set, but it was odd timing that he left immediately after. Oh. I am love. Oh, that sounds so good. Anytime your ego tries to get some sort of judgment thing in on you, just block it with that. I am love. I have 2 more days of cold, so I'm gonna get this trailer organized if it kills me. It's not gonna kill me. I actually kind of like doing some of that stuff, but you have to put yourself in the mood. And so I'm gonna be camping, like 2 weeks is my first big camping trip coming up, and so I have 2 weeks that I'm free. If anyone wants to DM me, then we can do yoga, meditation, or Kundalini. I'm open to schedule a 30-minute meetup of any of those 3 things with somebody. I really like doing that. It's fun, so feel free to message me for that. And then when I'm camping, I plan on doing a video. I won't be able to load it until I'm finished camping, because there's no cell service at all. So, and that should be really fun. So if you start having any sort of, and I get, so when the whole thing about having these distractions is because we don't want to look at a part of ourselves. There's something there that we don't want to look at. I've looked at it all. I feel like I know I have issues. I know I have issues of unworthiness. I have fear. I have fear around. Sometimes it's like, I'm not sure if I am afraid of who I am, or I'm afraid of who I'm not. Like, I'm just like, where, I don't know. I'm not sure which it is, but maybe it changes every day. I don't know. But the whole point is that when we start to get that desire to have those distractions is because there's something we're not looking at. So if you can just have the courage to really face it head on and look at it, write about it, get it out of your system, and then you can just laugh it off. But just know that you may do all the things right, and then the next day that same thing might come up again. And the reason I say that is because that's what's been happening to me. I'm like, what? I'm doing the work. When is this going to be? And if I look over the days, I know that I'm so much better than I was a while ago, but still there's just moments when you go back to something that it just feels like you're starting all over, even though you're not. So don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself grace. Be love. That's what we truly are to our center. Have that path come back in, leading back to yourself, to your heart. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe.